Hello everyone, it's Peter here, Piotr Fisner. How you doing, guys? Hello. So, in today's episode, we've got Sony home theater. It's 5.1. You've got a model, and it's 7.8 kilogram with bass reflex, and it should be quite loud, but the specification here checks the whole total power, which I doubt it's, because I see the consumption on the back of the speaker. It's 55 watts written only here, is showing that the whole system, no, maximum input power is 250. It's always, we don't look at it. But anyways, that's not about it. That's about the power supply for this. So we haven't fixed it yet. And the reason for not fixing it yet, actually there are a few reasons. First foremost, I've took my apprentice. He opened it. I said discharge big caps, yes, here. He discharged them. I said okay, now look, I can touch them. Yes, they are okay. It won't kill us or anything. So it's disconnected from the power, disconnected from this. And now what would you do to diagnose it? So I had to explain him because he didn't know. First was the fuse, yes. Then we save ourselves going the filtration. But we do check the varistor here, blue one, yes. If varistor would be shorted, we need to take it away. The varistor wasn't shorted, so it's okay. So then I said the next thing you should check is the bridge rectifier, which is pretty much pack of diodes, yes. So if you've got a short on this one, you know that either the bridge rectifier or the driver for the like MOSFET for the on that driver is on this side here, yes. The MOSFET here can be shorted, yes. Now for the transformer, so if you see the short, remove the bridge rectifier, and this way you'll know. So he removed the bridge rectifier and tested the bridge rectifier, and it was fine. So I said okay, so check the MOSFET. Yes, if the MOSFET you will remove and will be shorted, then you know that it's a MOSFET fault, yes. So he removed that one, and it turns out to be a fault. I don't know, I've placed it over there, so it's not here. Here we've got different one. So I said now we've got two choices. Either blindly order that MOSFET if we can find it, or find other quite similar, not to the 100% even, but similar enough so that we can put it in, solder the fuse wire on top of the fuse here, and this fuse is showing it's a T6 amps, so it's a slower fuse, 6 amps. So I said okay, let's put 5 amps because it's too much anyway, you know, 55 watts, so why you need 6 watts, 55 watts, so why you need 6 amps, yes. 240 times 6, you know, we're talking kilowatts, and you need only 55 watts here, so overkill. So 5 amps fuse wire soldered on top of the fuse, and this way we've got the fuse working for the testing to the end of the fixing process, yes. So it's not a problem. Now what have happened was that we've connected through my light in series through the live wire. So this way, when you switch it on and you would see some short which you haven't noticed, the bulb will light up and you don't kill your fuse again, yes. So we've connected through that one and there was nothing. So I found it from the TV power supply. This MOSFET wasn't shorted, and he soldered it, and then nothing, completely nothing. I said look, if we would go now and order from China those MOSFETs, which we know the specification matches the specification of this, because let's go to the pictures. Okay, that's the stuff. So we have 10 pieces here for 1186 delivered in 2 weeks time or more, because it's a second of December at the moment, 2023, and it's 16th to 20th. Yes, plus 254 delivery, that's 10 pieces, and that's T here. The one which we have, it's S, but I've checked data sheets and it's looking like it's match. It's just temperature difference, I think, in them what I found, but in general it's okay to replace them. So it's a different MOSFET, but different to the compatibility level. So I said if you would order it and wouldn't swap with another MOSFET, now you would end up with having spent 12 plus 20% more, so that's about, let's say, £15 plus the delivery charge, 254. You would spend about £18 on 10 MOSFETs which you don't need, and which this one still doesn't work because you couldn't, you know, swap something when you had a chance. So we've put it, we know that the MOSFET which we've placed don't have a short and has a similar specification. So now I've checked, there's no shorts on this side as well. So the hot side, the live side, and the isolated side, which is a cold side, they don't have a short anymore. Okay, now we do see under thermal camera that the transformer is warming up. Okay, so in that case current goes to the transformer, but it's not driven, so the driver is dead. The driver don't have any specification on itself. You can't find out what the chip was used here. There is a way to do it. You check where is the input voltage for the chip, how many pins it is chip. You know that it's a PWM controller, so you take PWM controllers which has so many pins where their input is on that pin which you know of, and then you check where is the output, and there are two at least signals to control in that PWM controller. One is the kilohertz given to the transformer, yes, to the MOSFET, sorry, to the MOSFET first, because MOSFET is opening and closing for the transformer to work. And then second is a dead zone. So that means how long it's off the MOSFET before opening it again, yes. So if you can check those features, you can compare it with all the, let's say, SOP8 packages here, because that's looking like similar to SOP8 packages using only 7 pins, not 8. And when you will know what's the input voltage, so the range for that PWM controller has to be within that range, you are able to match some other chip which will be matching what you need. And then we know, because on the output here it's 32.3 volts, so we know what voltage do we need. If this will work but have different voltage, we can then calculate what the voltage difference we have and how many kilohertz we need to increase, yes. So then we will have two choices, yes, either find other controller or adjust resistor or capacitor to match that frequency what we need, yes. And in that case, yes, we can fix it, but it's a lot of hassle, yes. Especially that I found a, let me check the picture, I found at my it's trades shop, it's not a shop for regular people, and here I can buy this power board complete, yes, expected delivery 2 to 3 weeks, and that's excluded from refunds. So if we will take it, we need to pay $34.97 plus VAT plus shipping, and don't have a refund. So in order to do it, what we have to do is we need to make sure that this device works. And as you've seen already, probably, we plug it into my bench power supply, yes, and this seems to be working. So I said to the customer that info, and customer agreed to buy this power supply. Now when this power supply will come, we will be able to compare readings from this power supply versus that second power supply, and we will know exactly how many kilohertz do we need because we will put oscilloscope to this PWM controller, yes? And this way we will know all the readings on that chip as well. So then we will be able literally to fix this one with much less hassle. So yes, it is bad that Sony decided not to place markings on their chips. Their choice, that's against the right to repair. But the good thing is that the shop which I'm cooperating with, they've got laser for my Sony CD player, which recently was replaced. So I've got a new laser in my CD player, old. It's a CDP-M48, yes, and it's working like a charm. I can listen to my CDs back again and without increasing the power of the laser, which is awesome. And that was only £12 something, 47 I think, so it's not dear, you know, plus VAT, plus shipping. But I was ordering backlight for the customer anyway, so I didn't pay for the shipping. So it is, oh, I think 24/7 was with a VAT. Then the Wii lasers, yes, as well. You get a brand new laser for £7 something plus VAT plus the shipping, yes. So it's good that we've got this shop because we can buy those spare parts without even knowing the numbers on them. That's the good thing. And plus they have power IC as well. That's nice. Nice touch. I don't know if that power IC, I will need to ask them. Send a photo of this, say what's wrong with it, say that what I've done with it, and then I'm looking for the PWM controller. And is it the power IC what they have written as the one which we use here? I don't know. Power IC for me is the only IC on the whole PCB, and that should be PWM controller, because there is no other controller. The build of the power supply is simple and straightforward. So again, £15 they want, yes, for that IC. I get it that it's, you know, not convenient for them to sell something for pennies because they are not Moser and then charge you £10 for the delivery. I get it, because these things are not getting faulty all the time, and you don't keep tons of them like HDMI ports for modern game consoles. So £15 is still reasonable. You've got two choices: either replace it with another power supply or fix the original power supply, yes. I would rather fix the original power supply, and I start to fix my electronics which I couldn't fix with that shop. So my plan is to make available 30 minutes, let's finish that video. My plan is to get their stock and get a URL for use so that you can go and buy all the electronics components which you can't buy, or query with me to help you find what you're looking for so that they can send you this, yes. Because what it is that if you think you might not have spare parts, as I was thinking before, that I can't get spare parts to electronics, then you're wrong, because most of the time you can get these things. Yes, you can't get to all of the electronics because they don't cooperate with everyone, but they work with those major brands, and that's why they have components for those major brands. As you've seen, laser to my Sony, laser for the Wii, power IC, yes, whole power board for this, brand new. So why not try to repair it the right way, yes, as long as you know what you're doing and you won't get killed in the process or get some injury. So that's all I wanted to show you guys. Sorry that it took me 15 minutes, but thank you for watching. If possible, let's fix them all, and see you in the next video. Bye bye. Leave a like button or subscribe if you haven't done already.